a second. I got a little. Um,
Don't die on me till my video's done.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, okay. So you saw that, and you you got the gist of what I was trying to do there.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot.
And that was the thing. Like when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, you know, it like because as I was oddly enough trying to find the music, I went through so much hit, uh, happy hippie, bing, 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 and all this stuff. And I was like,
I know. Yeah.
it'd be sort of cool if we had like a good, a good kind of, um, how do you say it? Like well, actually what happened, and this is another thing. Two things happened when I was doing this. Is I, for some reason, I updated my new, I upgraded the video. Like they have updates on software all the time. So the new
Yeah.
software update to what I use, suddenly now isn't playing MP3s when I import them. And I was like, wow, how crazy is that? So then I was like, okay. So I had to put them all together in another way. And as I did that, I was like, I always cut things up and I make little sound bites. I was like, why not have something like just quiet? I gotta have some kind of cool logo or cool thing up front, and then have it to where it does it, where it does it like that because it was just good, and then so that's when I was like, okay, well let's make that one. The other thing I noticed in the testimonials was that people were saying, um, I mean, I don't know, however many there were, only one didn't say it, and that's because he was in Seattle, so he's not in your market, but everyone else was like, oh yeah, I sold and bought a home with her, and
Yeah.
I hear that, like sometimes, but not like 95% of the time, and so
Yeah.
it's one of those things. So that's why I want to do a couple of them and see what's up. So thanks for those photos. Um, I'm gonna make I'm gonna put a placeholder where it's gonna say like I'm gonna put like an image that says logo because I still have to get you know the the logo figured out. And I'm just saying this just because our deal was to do just the website and all that stuff, and then because of Gilbert's personality, your personality, and getting to know you, I'm doing the videos, and then I'm going to do a logo, which if anyone asks,
I
it's
paid for those.
yeah, right. So the thing is that
A lot of money.
yeah, that's right. So the thing is that the one I because I want to do the the main one that's just simple, and clean looking, but has a good feel to it, and then the person that buys and sells, and then I want to do like a relocation, because you had the guy that you sold the home while he was in Seattle. You had
Yeah.
the girl that flew in and
Yeah.
did it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you had the investor. And so
Yeah.
I want to do a video like that because then that makes it to where um, you know like those videos you can use when you're answering questions on Trulia and Zillow, and so someone says, hey, so I mean, it's just to hit those target markets, and then during the time when you do Facebook, like you're doing Facebook posts, you'll throw one of the videos out, like uh,
Yeah.
every other month, something like that, and then it just because that kind of that kind of video with real people saying what you've done, it helps deliver your message in times that you need to deliver a message. So let's say you find someone that like you get a lead from Trulia or Zillow, right? And they're like, oh yeah, well, we're going to be moving to the area. Well, they'll you then see them liking your Facebook page. Well, the day, that day or the day after, whatever, you then repost the testimonial video of people moving to the area. So
Yeah,
that
that's cool.
that way it locks them in. I mean, to a degree, you can't, you never can say for sure. But what it does is,
No, but yeah, but it's a good tool. It's a good selling tool. If they hear other people saying that I've done it for them, so yeah, no,
right?
that's very cool.
Yeah. So it's another technique that we use, and this is sort of the thing. And thanks for yesterday because Tim's a great guy. Him and his dad, they have a business in Albuquerque, and they've been with me. They had some problems with they got their site taken off the Google because of the person before them and some other stuff, and he has not been a real fan of Zillow and Truly and all that stuff. And then I have so many people that mean, like, I have long-term clients that are like, dude, we make a lot of money from what you tell us to do. And then
Yeah,
and then when Gilbert was like, I mean, he jams on it. I mean, he's got 74 questions done, and I'm like,
I know.
and so I was like, and so he was telling, and Tim is great. Tim's very cool. He has a great personality, YouTube personality, and he's got a good way about him. But he was like, okay, so I know I got to do this. I'm like, dude, you got to do this. Listen, there's Gilbert just started, and let's call him. And then I called him, and I got you guys saying what you did, and then I called one of my regular, like, this guy's been with me a couple years, and he's like, yeah, that's where I get my business. And so it's just a really good, I appreciate you saying what you did, and it's all good. But
That's good. I'm glad we could help. At least help somebody else, you know.
But you're singing the best, though.
Yeah,
what
the singing was the bomb.
what'd you say?
The singing was the bomb.
The what was the bomb? What? Oh, the
You're
singing.
singing.
Yeah.
You're
That was so funny. That was so
we
funny.
don't beat our pants. I
I love
swear.
the new album.
Yeah, that's right. My album.
Yeah, you know, you look a lot. You sound like Glenn Beck, but you look a lot like George Benson.
Yeah, isn't that funny? That's because I got soul, baby. That's it. So, it was funny. As I'm when you said George Benson, I'm like, oh man, I remember. I remember, listening to him and.
Wait, I'm surprised you even know who he is. I thought you'd be too young to know who that is.
No, I'm not. So it's one of those things where, yeah. So it was a deal, and that's when I was listening, and then what's funny is that because we all think we sing well. You sing in the shower and you go, and you see those American
No,
Idol.
you have a nice voice, though. We did very well. Gilbert's a singer. I
No,
can't
no, no,
succeed.
no,
I'm
no, I
tone
didn't.
deaf.
Yeah, no, that's that. I wouldn't. I'm like those people on American Idol that think that they would do good. It's not gonna happen. So it's one of those deals.
You keeping your day job. I know.
That's right. That's right. So it's all good. But let me ask you a couple things.
Yeah.
In the market now, what do you see, like, as far as like, how's the, like, you guys, where's your hub? Like, you have your office where now? What office are you in?
Nashville. We moved
Nashville.
from the Cool Springs office to Nashville.
Right. And
So,
how's
'cause we're trying to market more there, so.
More. We're getting better quality. But what we've noticed, people-wise, is the Nashville crowd seems to be more open-minded
mm-hmm,
to agents.
mm-hmm,
I do a lot of trying to get business from places like Franklin. Franklin are nice, but they are very, very niche. Like, not niche. Like, they're very much like, I grew up with so and so, or I do
yeah,
business with
yeah.
30 years, and I'll die before I give my business to you. And
Right.
where you go to Nashville, everybody's just from everywhere else. It's more of a melting pot. Okay, so she's been really, people love her now. She does the open houses. We've been doing a lot with Brianna Morant, and she lets us do the open houses. And the people there, we're actually getting leads. She got you got a sale that's closing in August because of her, a nice one. And so
Nice,
these are like
nice.
$400,000 homes, $300,000 homes. So it's really actually, well, like you said, this will be the biggest sale that you've ever closed in many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. And
so
then,
that's why we're picking Nashville, the metropolitan kind of look, the younger crowd,
hmm
maybe not the old stale crowd. Yeah.
well, but what's nice about it is that you've, the Nashville has a real dynamic economy. You
Exactly.
know, you got a good economy, you got a good real estate market. You've got, a lot of people are coming to Nashville. Now
Yeah.
the discovery phrase is Nashville, and they may go to sub areas, but I'll tell you,
Nashville's the pull. Nashville is what pulls everybody here.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, I want to patch someone in. I want to give you some hope on something that you'd mentioned. Let me see if I can get him on the line here. This guy does. He's like you, Gilbert, and his wife is the agent. And they've been with me for, gosh, 8 years now, something like that. And they go after.
good morning.
Hey, Elliot, this is Glenn. I've got Gilbert and Becky Ramos on the line, and they're in Nashville, Tennessee. And we just talked about something that you'll smile when I say it. They just started with me, and they're doing well. They're doing the Trulia and Zillow home stuff. They've gotten traffic from it, but what they're going after the Nashville market, and because what they were experiencing in a market close to it was the establishment. The I'm not going to give you the business because I've known so and so for years, and you guys dealt
Uh-huh.
with that when you first started with me. I mean, is that right or no? Or do I have
Well,
you
yeah, well,
confused?
I mean, in a sense, I mean, Mary Beth noted it more when she moved brokers. Like, she was with the broker that has the market share,
Right,
but
but
she still
Robin,
doesn't have
but
she still didn't have the name that some other agents had, or
uh,
long-term agents.
but if you remember, this will jog your memory. It is the Robin Gordons, the all the established, the people that have been in the industry. They were the ones that were getting, the hobnob deals. If I'm
Yeah,
wrong, if I'm wrong, I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, they're the bigger, like I said, that they're with Fox and Rhodes, or now it's Berkshire Hathaway. It used to be Prudential,
hmm
and Mary Beth was with Prudential, but now she's with Remax. And when you go to Remax, that's an argument they're always making, that we control the market, Prudential. But also there
well,
are agents like Robin Gordon that they've been the name agents for a lot longer time on the main line.
yeah, yeah. I remember things, so it was, in the beginning, it was like, well, I'm not getting the high end stuff, and the people that are people that have like all these networks and all the stuff, and I'm just not
Yes,
able to,
definitely,
I'm not able to break into
definitely.
that market. And now you do. Now you're, Mary Beth has got the higher end listings and have got the branding and everything's in place, and so you cracked the nut in your market and got it to where you now have a the brand Mary Beth Hurtado, Distinctive Homes Mainline, has the brand of the luxury market, right?
Yes, definitely. And
Okay.
we're averaging much higher each year on the average deal.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's
there's hope.
awesome.
Yeah. Because they're good people, Becky and Gilbert, and they really, she's got the brand, she's got the image, and she's I just think that what's happened with you guys is gonna happen with them. And Gilbert does what you do. He's I
Oh,
mean he's like a social media dog. If I throw that bone out there, he runs after it and gets it. And
okay.
it's, yeah, I mean, he's been doing this with me for 30, 45 days or 60 days.
Oh,
Has 74 questions done on Trulia alone.
wow.
Yeah, so he's doing what you're doing and what Dave and everyone else is doing. So that's why when they were talking about it, like, well, we're trying to get into this, and I'm like, it's going to happen just because of the combination of like you doing the stuff that you're doing, and Mary Beth being the person she is, and Becky being who she is, and Gilbert doing the stuff. It's a great combination, and it'll pay off, right?
It's worked for us. I mean, I would say, Gilbert, that, truly it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So, like,
Right.
it's like a long time until you get, we're VIP to me now. I never foresaw that we even get there, because it takes a long time. It takes a lot of points. But if you post blog posts, a couple times a month, and
put things in, put your solds in, put your, do the answers to the questions, and I usually comment on other people's blogs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an easier thing to do that gets you points and gets you enough actions. They call them activity. You have to have a certain amount of activity. So we have to have, like, when I first started, like, doing like 20 or 40 a month would seem like a lot in the 30-day period. But now it's like I'm up to the 80. And, it's not like a snap to keep it there, but it gets easier. And you can blog, like when you blog, you can blog in different zip codes or different, like, if you do the suburbs,
categories,
stuff like that, you can
categories
put
too.
the same exact blog. You can just copy and paste it, 5, 10 times if you have different areas you're putting it in, because it'll see, different people will see it.
Right, for the different different areas, and then also buyer and seller and stuff like that. The other thing that Elliot touched upon was that if you like get other people, like you like and you comment, and like, remember I said, offer a solution, show that you're your local authority, and be the ambassador to real estate in your area. And the ambassador to real estate in your area is commenting on other agents' stuff. Hey, that's a really good point. Great blog, this and that. What happens is these people start looking at your stuff and start helping you. Genuinely, they like your stuff, and that gets you points, and they comment, and that gets you points. There's just stuff that by doing that. And also, any mortgage people or any other people that are not directly related, that if they have stuff and you comment on their blog or you comment on their stuff, it starts breeding a non-intrusive, synergy,
synergy that goes on,
a non-intrusive energy that you're not having to talk to them and all that stuff, but they start checking your stuff out, and they start, next thing you know, you've got some of following without having to really put energy to it. So
right,
and it makes you look good.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, it makes you look good when you're commenting on other people's stuff. So
I mean, we were blogging and we didn't have anything like that, and people. I mean, we've got a blog, and that didn't really get much traffic. And then all of a sudden, we started doing this, and she started getting a much better. And everything's moving better. Yeah.
Now the other thing,
see a positive change.
Yeah, the other thing that you can learn from.
Where's the point that you keep this up for a few years? We're at the point where not only are we getting clients that we've settled from the internet, but we're getting referrals from clients we've settled from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So we're getting business that's a second generation that we never would have had if we hadn't gotten somebody from the internet. I mean, they didn't know us. They didn't, there's no connection to us in our networks here. So that's
right.
We build the business from our connections here.
We just had that phenomenon with a guy from Miami who is planning on moving here. He's in the medical business, and we dropped out of the sky. I was like, all of a sudden I get this lead from Julia, and I click on it, and it was this guy. I saw what you were writing, and I really would like you to help me buy my house here, in this market, in Nashville. And I was like, wow. I mean, we didn't do. I didn't even know he was out there. That's the point.
What I'm saying is that we had that, and then we actually sold a house to somebody, and then a year later they referred us another client.
Well, and that's because this is what.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we've gotten clients we set up. Right now we're with the client. We're going to show Monday. He's already put an offer in for $3.2 million on a house, and he's questioning whether to buy that one or a $2.5 million house. And he called us from Zillow. He saw us on Zillow.
Right.
And he called us.
And you're
freaking amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's because of the branding and the character that just like you're doing for Becky, he did for Mary Beth, and he's got a good presence. And I was telling this to Tim Fish yesterday, and I used another person as an example, but it's like the difference between this and anything else that you're doing on the internet is when you put these, when you get your Zillow, Trulia, and Homes accounts dialed in, with good questions, answered and all this stuff, and good some blogs and this, and you do your Facebook and you do YouTube. Elliot is, I'm going to send you his thing so you can look at his YouTube. He goes in the community and he's doing things like this. What happens is that these are what I call social media seeds. You plant them, and they don't go away. They turn into trees, and then they produce seeds around them, and they turn into trees, and it just grows, and it sticks with you. So the question, and this is, I'll ask you, Elliot. Would you say that the stuff that you did last year and the year before on the internet is still working for you? Are you getting business from the stuff that you did?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially with YouTube, people go to YouTube, and if you Google mainline real estate, which is our keyword, and you go to the video page, we're 90% of the videos in the first 5 pages or more.
Right.
So basically, and they're from 2013, they're from 2011, they're from whenever I did it.
Right.
They're still getting traction, and I mean, the basic thing I've learned, with Glenn is basically everything counts. Like, the fact that if I just concentrated only on Zillow, I don't think I get that guy who calls us.
Mm-hmm.
But we're everywhere. You don't know where they're going to make the move. But
Right.
If they see you 3 or 4 places on the internet, on the 4th place, they may make the move. They may email you, or they may call you.
Because they go
and
go ahead. Sorry.
That's basically the point was that, you don't know. It's not like that one's more important than another.
Right, because what it is
that overall presence.
Yeah, they go from the discovery stage, and they see your brand, they see what they did and had a good experience. Then they do some more searching, and they see you again. And then they see you over here. Then they see you on Yelp. Then they see you on YouTube. They see you on Facebook. They see the people there. And as they go from the discovery stage to, okay, who are we going to talk to first about an agent? They're like, oh, well, Becky, because we've seen them everywhere, and that's the thing. And what happens is that they may have gotten a call for that $3 million listing from Zillow, but I'll bet that the guy researched them and saw the presence. And this is really helpful. This is really helpful when it comes to listing the higher end property, because when you jump from the 400,000 to the 900,000, you've got a different customer, and they want to know that you can market their home. So with Mary Beth, it's so much easier now, than it was when she first came to us, and with Elliot and I working together and doing things. Now they can walk into an appointment and go, well, who else has all this? Google us, Google the things, Google your neighborhood, all this stuff. Mary Beth is everywhere, and who else can market your home? Because how you market yourself is how is how they should market your home. And look at this, and that it's just a good thing. And for the million plus buyer, it's a necessity. They don't care what you say. Now, they oddly enough, and this is the reason why I called Elliot, is that oddly enough, they'll stick with the person that they went to college, or that the soccer mom and the soccer agent, have kids playing soccer. They'll do that. But if nothing else, is around, they are very discerning on the marketing of their property.
Right.
And
they're looking for who gets the results ultimately. You're right.
Right. And so
it's just a matter of overwhelming them with because she just got a listing, and this is not the same thing, but I think that what they do is they actually look around and see what you're showing up as what type of website, what type of things, and so it does have an effect. Everything, it's a cumulative effect, I guess, is what you guys are saying. It's not,
two things that are very important, I think, are testimonials. I mean, when you show up, what the people are saying about you is having enough testimonials. That's really important. And basically just having a quality look to your brand, especially if you're going to go luxury.
But the other thing is what you said before, is that it's not just Zillow, it's not just this, it's the combination of being everywhere and having the consistency the consistent message in your brand all over the place, and having people liking and following and stuff. It just basically, like you look at the presence that Mary Beth Hurtado has in her market. It's comparable to some of the stodgy, cliquish, agents that have like a whole team, and they spend $1 bazillion getting making their business run. On the internet, she looks better than they do, and that's what's
Yeah, that's
nice.
true.
You're able to break. You don't have a barrier to entry, as long as you have the right elements on the web, and that's basically what and I'll just tell you, Gilbert, the reason why I called Elliot is because I wanted to give you inspiration. Like I said, you are just like Elliot. Elliot was like, and Elliot retired from being a partner of a high-powered law firm. He's like a heavy hitter, and he was like, and he put, doctors, lawyers, and web guys, we have a lot of ego, and Elliot didn't. Elliot was like, what do I got to do? He rolled up his sleeves and he said, what do I got to do? And I said, okay, here, take out the trash. Okay, boom, here, sweep the floor.
Right.
Okay. And he did the stuff like you're doing. You're saying, hey, what can I do? And I tell you, and you do it. It's going to reward you phenomenally. And because of the two things, your ability is like Elliot's, and Becky's presence is like Mary Beth's. It's almost like a clone for what's going to happen in Nashville. In Nashville, you guys, and
I
then
hope from your mouth to God's ears, huh?
yeah, in the next.
Well, there's one more part of the ingredients in the internet. You have to be on the lead immediately. You have to respond to it very quickly.
We do.
Because
Yeah,
sometimes
we do.
sometimes you're hitting
We
more than one
definitely
person.
do.
That's why I'm available. Yeah, I'm available to do that because Mary Beth is with clients a lot. So,
Right.
like,
No, we do.
that's the
Gilbert
job I
does that
take.
too.
Yeah.
He does that too, and then I get on it right away too. If I'm available, I'll call him. Sometimes we, call him too much, but it's okay, So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, once should
I
Mary Beth
have a
tell me,
question for you, Elliot.
She's always with one second, but she's always with the client. I'm always telling them she's with the client. Let me book you a time
Right.
where you can speak with her.
Because that's what's going to happen,
Yeah.
Becky. Becky, you're going to not be as available soon. It's a good thing,
Yeah.
and that's where the synergy is really going to come in. So Gilbert's going to, and the other thing too is that when the time comes, I have all the steps. We don't put all the ingredients in at once, otherwise it's not going to come out.
No,
But
definitely,
basically, I called Elliot so that you guys could see you are where they were a few years ago, and now there is the past. So what was the question you wanted to ask Elliot?
Well, I was going to just ask, and I guess he already answered that, was with the capturing on the website, which I think is the biggest problem that we're having, is they come to the website, like we see that a lot of people are coming to the website, but how to capture them, in other words, how to keep them, I guess move them from looking to buyers or sellers.
Well, that's the whole.
Yeah,
I
I think I'm with Glenn on this. I think it's just a matter of over time doing everything, being everywhere. You don't know where they're going to be ready to pop because people come to the internet way early in their searches a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether they're listening or they're buying, they're looking like a year before they may even really want to talk.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Well,
you have enough on there, and it's been on there long enough. People will pop. It's like popcorn. It takes a while before everything pops. You don't want it all popping at once anyway. You wouldn't be able to handle it all.
Well,
Yeah.
The other thing too, the internet buyer is moving Mach 10, and they have ADD. So what happens is they may come to your site, they may like it and go, okay, great, I'll get back to it, and then all of a sudden they're like, they went to 20 other sites, and it's like, okay, what's up? As I've told clients, don't focus on, make sure that the site has lead capture and the site has elements, but don't stress out. Like an example, Facebook. Facebook for Nailset Media, we get a lot of business from, but hardly anyone comments, hardly anyone likes. And then I will, in our YouTube channel, we have a ton of videos, and clients will call up and say, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know the package, and okay, well, yeah, I know that. I saw your YouTube, and then okay, well, yeah, I saw your Facebook, and I'm like, wow, okay. I mean, I don't even know you, and yet, so that's the thing. What the internet buyer is more anonymous than they were, and
Yeah.
and what how you get them is realizing that every place they go that they see you in, they see you. It's sort of like back in the old days, when you just had agents in town, and I talked to you as a real estate agent. Then I saw you at the restaurant, and then you were being nice to somebody, and then I saw you at the soccer game, and you're being nice to somebody, and I saw you at the church, and you're being
Yeah.
nice to somebody. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try Becky. It's the same way on the internet. You just have to be seen more and be the ambassador in that market, all the time. And so like, rather than use me here, da, 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 you're like, hey,
No,
everyone,
yeah, definitely. I hate those.
right.
Yeah.
And that's what.
There's something I say a lot to Mary Beth is it's like it's easier to give birth than to revive the dead. So like you don't want to
Wait, easier to give birth than what?
anyone give birth and revive the dead. So like somebody
gotcha.
who's contacted you and isn't ready or doesn't want to go forward, or don't. I mean, you might have a drip campaign or whatever like that, but like for example, there's like a lot of different numbers. Like there's numbers of people who see you and contact you, and that out of that, only a certain percentage are really going to be somebody you actually talk to, and then out of that, only a certain percentage are going to be people who actually buy, or live.
Yeah.
So, basically, we have on our whiteboard right now 19 people who we've actually talked to and corresponded with, and a lot of them we've met. But I don't believe all of them will actually go through a transaction.
Yeah.
Maybe half
true.
of them will.
Yeah.
True.
So, that's what I'm just, be, as Mary Beth says, she works close to the money. People that she senses are ready to act.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good
Right.
point. That's a good point. Elliot,
Cool.
thank you so much
Yeah,
for talking
thanks,
to
Elliot.
us. We really appreciate it.
And Elliot, I'm going to call you back in just a little bit here and go over a few things, but I just wanted to jump in and give them a little, feeling that they're on the same path. So thanks, Elliot.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Glad to do it.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Take care. Good luck.
Okay, so you got your
What was her name? What's her Mary Beth what?
Mary Beth Hurtado, Hurtado.
Hurth. Okay.
T-A.
No, T-A.
T-A.
D-O. If you Google main line 2 words real estate, you'll see that they're the number one spot. It's called Distinctive
I'd like
Homes
to see
Mainly.
how theirs look.
Yeah.
How they look, So now that
Are they in Philadelphia?
Outside of Philadelphia, a place called the Main Line. It's an affluent area.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep, her daughter. There she is. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yep. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna scoot, but I wanted to. I'll get some things done sometime today, and I'll have some. Now, the only thing I'm missing is the logo.
So wait, you work on Saturday?
Well, just because I got to get caught up, I got to get
gotcha.
some things done. So,
All right,
You
Don.
have to take care of yourself. Though.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry
I will.
about us that much.
yeah,
It's
no,
fine.
it's all good. It's all good.
Anyway, I sent you a bunch of crap, bunch of pictures that
Yeah.
you can, I don't know
No,
if
that-
you needed fillers
that
or not,
works.
but I sent
That's-
you that. And,
Yeah, no, that definitely.
if you use them, fine. If not, that's cool.
Yeah, no, that definitely works. It's.
All right, well, have a good day.
Thanks. You too. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.